Today, these leaders we are talking about, Tinubu and the rest of them, none of them will go to a Nigerian hospital. Do you know how much it costs to park the presidential jet in any European city overnight? It's £5,000. Harry spent 140 days at a time the jet was idling there. You don't even want to know how much he spent on his hospital bills. The hospital he was in, as I'm aware, is £2,000 to stay in that hospital per night. Multiply that by the number of days he spent in hospital during maximum wage in a country, and people who are earning peanuts, who are in peonage, you are tasking them with more responsibility, you have more sacrifice. They've been asking for tightening of beds forever, but the rich people don't tighten their belts. The moment they get into office, they're losing their belt, and their bellies will be expanding until it reaches the realms of the clothes. So Nigerians must understand that this whole noise about subsidy is a distraction. Noise about subsidy removal is an attempt to choke our people to death, and this must be resisted. It's not because I'm here, or because I ran in the election, or because I'm an activist. It is the right of every country's citizen to benefit from the resources of their country. And we know that all around us and all over the world, we don't even have to go to Europe. People have access to education in South Africa. They have access to healthcare. They have access to things that belongs to them. But here, you have access to nothing. And the little thing you have, they're always after it. They're always after that little thing you have that comes to you as a citizen of the country, which is your fundamental rights, by the way. And that's how Nigerians should look at this. This whole argument you hear about, oh, it's time to remove the subsidy, but it's the wrong time. No, there's no wrong time to remove, there's no right time to impose suffering. The truth is that those of you who said you have half tanks, you are afraid to go to the fuel pumps because you can't afford it. That is the reality. And for a majority of our brothers who participate in this argument, and this is not to say that you have no right to say, so many of you are beneficiaries of subsidies in Europe and America. But when we are discussing this, you come to our spaces, you will not introduce yourself to us, you will not tell us your location, you say it's a personal issue, but then you want the suffering of your own people to come. And you know from experience, because I stayed in the US for 20 years, that you also have to pay for it, because Western Union is also waiting for you to help those who are being choked in Nigeria. And that affects you eventually. So Nigerians must understand this. Right. Don't beg anybody for your rights. Citizenship is your right. If you're a citizen of Nigeria, you have nowhere to go. Nobody has the right to choke you to death.